found on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Washington football team. Here's the kicker, Aldrick Rosas, ready to get us going. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
Well, to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Second down, back to Sanders. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And looking for a lane, but none to be found for Sanders as they stop him short of the line to gain. Going for it with Sanders. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. These two teams, you may recall, they didn't play each other till late in the year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in Week 13. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll run. It's Sanders. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now a throw here to his running back. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
On third down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he is going to have an Eagles first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Sanders. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Running right. Here's Sanders. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Blanchard. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Chris Barnes coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
2nd and 9.
On play action, Winston.
His throw complete right side to Bates, the tight end.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
On 3rd down, Winston.
Got an open man, finds Gibson.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Play fake, Winston. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox.
And the Eagles will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off play action. Blanchard.
That's swung out wide to Sanders.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the gun on 3rd down, Blanchard. And this is going to be incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
He was brought down by Trayvon Mullen.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 24-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A give, running right, Gibson. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The play fake. Winston. He's going to wind up and air it out. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. A huge play there for Washington.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Dillon.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here. This close, sneaking.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
Dillon again.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. Gibson. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Eagles nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
On the return, Devin Duvernay.
And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Off the play fake. Blanchard. His throw incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. They bring the safety on the blitz and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Hey, let's get there. Mike. 19 tight. Go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He's got room to run past and it's a fumble. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
After that play, I think we know one quarterback will be extremely happy if his defense can hold the opposing team to a field goal here.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Play action now, Winston. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you can have people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. Washington on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Jameis to throw it. Finding Gibson on a slant. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That last throw, Charles, is going to move him past 32,942 yards passing for his career, and that surpasses the total of the Hall of Famer and a colleague of both of ours, Troy Aikman.
Yeah, he played from 1989 to 2000, and Troy Aikman, he was about winning. Because remember, he had Michael Irvin to throw it to. We had Emmitt Smith to hand it to. Just imagine if he was throwing it the way they throw it around nowadays. His numbers, boy, would they be sky high.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
Money! Back to the side! Go, dude! Let's go! 49!
They'll try to run with Gibson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Come on, boys!
Antonio Gibson with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Rosas good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0.
14, Eagles nothing. Auburn Rosas set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. On the return is Duvernay. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
The 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Looking to throw. Blanchard. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Sanders. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Blanchard. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
forced out to his left. Looking here for Smith downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This to equal Matt Prater's record. It's a 64-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They go play action. Winston. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
First down, Winston. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Davion Taylor came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Winston. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Winston.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Noah Igbenogany. And the Eagles will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, really not much secret there. 3rd and long, Charles, and he was looking to throw the football. And I would imagine as a defender, you're kind of salivating in that spot, right?
You certainly are, because 3rd and long situations, they tip the scale towards the defense every single time. Now you're actually able to dictate and understand what the offense is trying to do. You know where the first down marker is. You set your defense that way, and maybe you can be a little more aggressive in certain situations because of that. You start focusing on your coverage assignment, and when the ball's released, you break on it and make a play, as we just saw there.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 8.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Looking to throw. Blanchard. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sanders. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger gain.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Back to throw again. That'll be caught at Steven Sims. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll look to throw again. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Open man here, Sims complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
A first down throw for Winston. Throw over the middle into the hands of the tight end Bates. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On first down, Gibson.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Winston. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 34-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They'll run on first down. It's Gibson, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Winston. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again. Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They'll run with Gibson. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Chris Barnes able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Blanchard. And that will be incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
And taken at the 46. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Winston. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish.
Touchdown, Washington! Antonio Gibson becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of... And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Chase Young showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Blanchard. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Back to throw. Blanchard. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
He gets it to Sims, complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, he'll drop to throw. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That's another Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Throwing on first down. Blanchard. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 41.
On second down, it's Sanders. And he's taken down inside the 30.
A gain of 12 yards. That's another Eagles first down.
On first down, Blanchard. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 21-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 58 yards rushing for him now to this point. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Another run with Sanders. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. David Njoku hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as he'll go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 30, and the return will stop right around the 25. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
You see me?
And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall,
Looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah. He needs better protection, that's for sure. Open man is Duvernay. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. On 1st and 10, Blanchard. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. David Njoku with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. So the touchdown was big. This almost equally big as he'll try to get it to a one-score game with a 2-point conversion. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the fourth quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a one-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Gibson again. And he's going to take this close to the first down markers. He stopped at the Eagles' 31. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. They'll run with Gibson.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Dillon now on 1st and 10. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They run the toss now with Gibson. Space to run past the 20. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal. Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Albert Rosas set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. On the return is Duvernay. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. 3 yards remain for second down.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Looking to throw. Blanchard. He's going to let it fly. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
On first down, Dillon. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And he is finally taken down, but not before he gets it to the Eagles' 13. A big play there.
So a victory here for the Washington football team.
And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Washington, they earned one final victory and finished the regular season at 13-4.
And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia,
the loss means they'll finish at 11-6 overall.
And it's going to be wait-and-see time as they figure out their status for the upcoming playoffs.